If you're watching this right now instead of doing something you know you should be doing, congratulations, you just caught yourself procrastinating again. But what if I told you procrastination isn't just laziness? It's a psychological trap, one that can be rewired and overcome using science. In this video, we're going to show you exactly how to break the procrastination loop using proven psychological tools, not motivation gimmicks. So if you're serious about taking back control of your time, focus, and life, let's dive in. Part 1. What procrastination really is. Most people think procrastination is a time management issue. It's not. It's an emotional regulation issue. According to Dr. Timeboxing, a leading procrastination researcher, procrastination is what happens when we try to avoid negative emotions, like boredom, fear of failure, or overwhelm, by doing something that gives us short-term relief. In other words, procrastination is emotional self-defense. The problem? That defense comes at the cost of our long-term goals. So if you want to beat procrastination, you have to learn to manage your emotions, not just your schedule. Part 2. The neuroscience of procrastination. Let's talk about your brain, specifically the battle between two parts, the limbic system and the prefrontal cortex. The limbic system is your brain's emotional autopilot. It wants comfort now, instant gratification, Netflix, snacks, dopamine. The prefrontal cortex is the rational planner. It wants to hit goals, finish projects, build your dream life. But here's the catch: it requires conscious effort to activate. The moment you feel resistance to doing something difficult, your limbic system hijacks the wheel, unless you intervene. The rest of this video is about learning how to interrupt that hijack and stay in control. Part 3. Science-backed techniques to stop procrastinating. 1. The 5-minute rule. Behavioral activation therapy. This one's simple but powerful. Tell yourself you'll only do the task for 5 minutes. That's it. Behavioral activation therapy shows that starting, not finishing, is the key. Once you begin, the resistance fades. You trick your brain past the activation energy. 2. Make the task visibly concrete. A study from NYU showed that abstract goals increase procrastination. Your brain delays tasks that feel vague or undefined. So instead of saying, work on project, say, write first 200 words of introduction or outline slide 1 to 3. Make the task visible and measurable. 3. The implementation intention technique. Coined by psychologist Peter Galwitzer, implementation intentions are if-then plans. They train your brain to automate action. For example, if it's 9 a.m., then I will open my laptop and start writing. This removes mental friction and increases follow-through by up to 91%. 4. Timeboxing plus the Pomodoro method. Don't wait to feel motivated. Instead, box your tasks into time blocks. Combine this with the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break, and your brain starts to expect focus time followed by a reward. 5. Create a dopamine bridge. Procrastination often happens because the task doesn't feel rewarding. You can rewire this by pairing the task with something you enjoy. Example: listen to your favorite music while answering emails. Or make a game out of progress. The brain starts associating work with pleasure. If this is helping you, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm this content matters. And if you want more videos on rewiring your brain and reclaiming your life, subscribe right now. Also, drop a comment below. What's one task you've been putting off? Part 4. Identity change. Stop calling yourself a procrastinator. Here's something most people never hear. Procrastination isn't just a habit. It's part of your identity. If you believe I'm a procrastinator, you'll act like one because your brain wants to stay consistent with who you think you are. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, explains that identity-based habits are the most powerful. So instead of saying, "I'm trying to stop procrastinating," say, "I'm the kind of person who shows up and takes action." Your behavior follows your identity. Change that, and everything changes. Part 5. Eliminate the cue. Environment design. Behavioral scientist B.J. Fogg says, "Design beats discipline." If you want to stop procrastinating, stop relying on willpower. Instead, shape your environment to reduce friction. Examples: turn off notifications, log out of distracting apps, place your phone in another room, set up a minimalist workspace, use website blockers like Cold Turkey or Freedom. Your environment should make focus the default, not the struggle. Part 6. Forgive yourself and start again. Here's the final and maybe most important technique: self-forgiveness. A 2010 study from the University of Carleton found that students who forgave themselves for procrastinating were less likely to repeat the behavior. Why? Because guilt creates avoidance, but self-compassion breaks the shame cycle. It clears the emotional resistance. You're human. You'll slip. Just notice it. Forgive yourself and start again. Procrastination is not a character flaw. It's a survival mechanism wired into your brain, but it can be overridden. Start small. Take one of the tools from this video. Apply it today, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. You don't need a perfect plan. You need to start. Because action beats perfection. Movement creates clarity. And once you move, momentum takes over. If this video helped you, give it a like so more people can find it. Subscribe for more videos on mastering your mind and reprogramming your reality. And let us know in the comments, which tip are you going to try today? Remember, every action you take is a vote for the future you. So, cast the right votes. You've got this.